We are ready to get things going here with semifinals number 2. It's Fowler underneath the basket with a quick bucket to get the Aussies on the board first. Murat, pick and roll game with Ariunsetseg. Gets it back. Murat steps back for the missed 2-point attempt. And here's the size of the Aussies, and they're going to try to get Bulbul Murat in that mismatch every single time. Gangaroos hold a huge advantage playing Mongolia, which is what most of this Ulaanbaatar squad featured as in previous years. A 5-0 advantage for the Gangaroos. Last time these two teams faced off, or at least as Mongolia and Australia was in the Asia Cup last year, they have not seen each other in quite a while, as the Asia Cup was last year in March. Good child. Sharing with McSpadden, who is rejected by Ariunsetseg. Kulan looking for Ariunsetseg, and she delivers on the pass. Wild shot for Ariunsetseg is missed. Good child, quick trigger, no answer on the release. So the Aussies with an early lead. No option to pass, so Hank decides to take a drive. Ulan, Ariunsetseg in the right spot yet again. No luck on that quick attempt. It's Kulan working behind the screen. Stops on a dime, pops in a midi. And Kulan, your number 2 scorer on the tournament. Number 1 when it comes to points per game, especially on day 2. Showing out why. Kulan here stops on a dime, assures the score from mid-range. And then Ariunsetseg drops in some of her own. Good child on the straight. Oh, Ariunsetseg left all alone. No one home for the Gangaroos. We're looking at a 1-point deficit. Good child, pick and roll action. Good child, the bump. Shots missed, but free throws coming up for the Aussie star. Upped her average from 4 points per game yesterday to 6.3 with that 11-point outburst in the quarterfinals. And again, we've seen Good Child go off for a bunch of points in a hurry. And it's looking like this is that type of day. Ariunsetseg short. Go to McSpadden, or Hank, I apologize, who loses to Wilson. Out of bounds. The foul situation, something to keep an eye out in this game, as Ulaanbaatar has already racked up 5 early here. 2 minutes of play. Good child, lefty lay. This time it's the Aussies fouling, but look back at Good Child. That pick and roll combination with her is just lethal. With the size the Gangaroos have, they can get that going every single time, especially if Ulaanbaatar is going to keep playing the drop coverage. Screening action now for Ulaanbaatar. They get Ariunsetseg, but no space for a shot. Kulan pulls up for 2. Possession back over to the Aussies. They go to the mismatch down low. Easy finish. Fowler with the bucket. And a 2-point lead. Kulan. Wilson on a string. doing her dance. And another whistle here as the Aussies held the body in Tsetseg. But look at Fowler here with great body position. Again, this Australian squad is huge compared to the Mongolians. A pull-up is left short. Ulan. She's been a bright star, but turns the rock over. Good shot, left to shoot. Usually not a smart decision, but halfway down and out. Numb drop. No. Uh-oh. It looks like Namjov might have taken a shot to the face. Or actually, that is Aryan Tsetseg down on the floor. Hank inadvertently hits her in the face, moving backwards. Let's go look back at this. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Aryan Tsetseg on the bench now, looking to shake that one off. McSpadden now in a fresh 12 for the Aussies. Bully ball down there as McSpadden clears out space, gets the lay, a 3-point lead for the Aussies, who are just going at that size mismatch time and time again. Kulan misfires from 2. Australia's size is a problem for this Ulaanbaatar team. Look at this. Carving out space and getting layups. Even if Goodchild's out of the game, they still get easy buckets. Goodchild was open, asking for the ball, still wide open. A 2 lined up, no good. Hank, board. Fowler tries to get it back to Hank. It's almost out of bounds. Goodchild now. Can't connect on the bunny. Underneath the basket though, takes her time and finishes the lay. Whistle on the floor. But look at Goodchild scrapping and clawing. Misses the first, gets her own rebound, patient underneath the basket. As Ulaanbaatar can't play as physical as they want to play because of foul trouble. 8-4 as we approach the halfway mark. And I think Cassell misses the long-range shot. McSpadden. Bump and a bucket for her. And that is foul number 7 on Ulaanbaatar as well. So Lara McSpadden on the stripe with an opportunity to pick up a huge lead for the Gangaroos here, as they've been surgical in attacking the mismatches. Good on the first. And Kulan knows that her team needs some magic. They need some offense. That's 4 points in 4.5 minutes just isn't enough. Murat. Knocked out of bounds. Seven ticks to work with for the Amazons. Kulan gets open behind the screen, but is off the mark. And even though Murat chases it down, it's out of bounds. So the Amazons struggling here against this gigantic Gangaroo squad. Goodchild can't seem to pass through. Seconds to go. Australia in possession. Good child. One-on-one against Ariunsetseg. Well defended. Oh, Ariunsetseg leaves everyone in the dust. Good take. Another bucket underneath for the Aussies. Picked up a 7-point lead here. Kulan going one-on-one, but that is gone. McSpadden says, get that mess out of here. Clamped down like security at the Met Gala on this one. Kulan, end of the shot clock heave. Nuh-uh. Rebound battle has been controlled by the Gangaroos. Hank now to the cup. No physicality left in the Amazons, who are at 7 fouls, so they got to watch out. Murat working behind the screen. A whistle on the play. Kulan. Shares with Ariunsetseg for a long-range 2-point shot, almost in off the glass. Fowler with the rock. Fowler, midi, floaty, good. The Aussies are putting the Mongolians on the Barbie right now. Is that an Australian reference? Well, might have been. I got some friends in the Australian lands. Shout out to Andrew Cannings. His new and improved website, sparkpulse.com. I have to shout him out. I use it for my preparation for these tournaments. The Aussies are firing on all cylinders in this one. It looks like they're on their way to a rematch with the Dutch, as they have completely knocked the Ulaanbaatar Amazons off their game. Won the rebounding battle. They have rendered Bulbul Murat ineffective on the glass, and then there's McSpadden just throwing stuff back like that. A 15-5 lead for the Gangaroos here with 3:38 left to go, although I'd wager we're not going to get to the end of regulation in this one. Free throws coming up, though, for young Narinkusel Nyamjov. Fowler now underneath. They're just taking turns to see who can score underneath the basket. Narinkusel, no. Murat with another offensive board. Ariunsetseg steps through. The lefty layup is good. And we're back to a 9-point game. Hank couldn't quite shift to 5th gear there. Pass goes out of bounds. Ulan looking for separation. A wild two's up in the air, but missed long. Good child. Speeds to the rack on the other end. Murat, top of the backboard. And then bumps into Goodchild to put it on the stripe for 2 more. But look at the speed for Mila Goodchild, who hangs and hits that lay and gets her team closer to that 21-point victory. 2 free throws coming up for her. She's been balling out day 2 here in Chengdu. It's a different looking Goodchild from yesterday, and it's something the Dutch will take notice of as they prepare for that finals matchup that is almost surely to happen here. I mean, A 12-point lead with 2:46 left to go. The Amazons are dead in the water for now. Adiun Setseg over the outstretched arms of McSpadden, side of the backboard. So the Amazons now stuck just forcing up wild shots. Their offense not clicking. They can't get extra possessions through offensive rebounds. The size for the Aussies a real problem in this one. And a chance here for the Aussies to end things. A two-pointer will get them game. Good child. Races to the rack. Thank you, ma'am. Another one. Pick and roll game for the Amazons ends up in a miss. Who will end it for the Gangaroos? It's McSpadden, or actually Hank, I apologize, underneath. And some frustration sown by Ulaanbaatar as a foul's whistled on the plate. Adiun Setseg takes the brunt of the contact there. And you can see she clearly does not agree. But Hannah Hank on the line with the finals in her hands. 2 chances at it. Crikey, she does it on the first. It's the Gangaroos with a dominant performance here in the semifinals, taking care of the Ulaanbaatar Amazons. We had a good run in this one, but couldn't quite get there in this semifinals matchup.